Yesterday, Indiana Governor Eric Holcomb vetoed a bill that would have limited K through 12 girls' sports in the state to only girls and not boys who identify as girls. The Republican governor claimed that the effort to protect the integrity and fairness of women's sports is, quote, a worthy cause for sure, end quote, but said the bill, quote, leaves too many unanswered questions, end quote. So joining me now to give some clarity on this bill is its author, Representative Michelle Davis. Representative Davis, welcome to Washington Watch.
Hi, nice to be here. Thank you.
We are glad to have you. First, just tell us about what your bill does.
So House Bill 1041 came from listening to our constituents with lots of different conversations. It ensures that we keep the integrity of female sports here in Indiana. So a biological male will compete on a biological male team, and a biological female will compete in a biological female team. And in Indiana, we have the Athletic Association, IHSAA, that already has these participation guidelines set up. So it just ensures that we follow those rules that they have determined already for participation.
Was it difficult to get this through the Indiana legislature?
It wasn't difficult to get it through the House side. Had lots of support from the very beginning. And the chairman of education, Chairman Baining, was very open and very supportive of getting it a hearing in the education on the House side. Went through our House floor. We did make an amendment to amend the college part out of the bill. And we did amend the grievance process that we had in it at the beginning. After talking with IHSAA, we decided that we would follow their protest procedures that they already have in place that have been working. So after we made those, it went well, pretty much party lines through the House side.
So the legislature passed the bill. What was your reaction to Governor Holcomb's veto of the bill? Were you surprised?
I was totally shocked at the veto of the bill. The last thing I had heard from Governor Holcomb was an interview where he had said boys should play with boys and girls should play with boys. I've never had a conversation with him about the bill, though, but that was an interview that I had heard. So when I got the call last night, I was completely shocked.
What are the factors that you think contributed to this? What was his justification for the veto?
When I asked the reasoning, and again, I was talking to one of his assistants, so I haven't actually spoken to him. But two of the reasons were, one, they weren't comfortable with the grievance language that's in the bill, and then the threat from ACLU to file suit against Indiana was the other concern he had, according to his assistant.
That's a common concern expressed on these bills. I know Kristi Noem in South Dakota expressed similar concerns. Indiana itself is not necessarily a stranger to issues like these. I know that Governor Pence, if memory serves, it was 2014-ish that there was a Religious Freedom Restoration Act bill passed there by the legislature that was vetoed. Was this due to pressure from the business community? They often get involved. Do you have any reason to think there were other pressures involved in what the governor's actually saying publicly?
I wouldn't know. Like I said, I haven't had a conversation with him, so I don't know what kind of other pressure he's getting. I just know on my end, on representing District 58, and as well as most Hoosiers I talk to, and the feedback I've gotten on the bill, it's a very supportive, it has a lot of support from the Hoosiers and from my constituents, as well as my colleagues in both the Senate and the House side. So it's disappointing, and I believe we have plans to come back to override the veto, which is a good thing.
Yeah. And tell us about that. I know that Indiana is unique in the ability to override the veto. What are your plans? What are your prospects for success in overriding the veto?
Sure, great question. So I've spoken with the Speaker of the House, Speaker Houston, already. We spoke last night. He was just as shocked as I was about the veto. And we have a day set in May 24th, where we come back to do a technical correction day. And in our Indiana code, we can also override vetoes on that day as well. And the Speaker and I came out already today with plans. We have support from our Republican colleagues that we have the support, we will override, as well as the Senate as well. So that's our plan.
Representative Davis, we appreciate your diligence on this. We know that anyone who leads on this issue requires courage to do so, and we know that you've taken the heat for it. But on behalf of my daughters and all the daughters in America, we are grateful to you for doing so. And thank you also for your time today.
Thank you. I'm happy to do it, and I will continue to be a champion for female athletics. Thank you.
Thank you so much. God bless you.